What's going on, everyone? John here from The Real Talk, back again with another review, and that is for Bohemian Rhapsody, which stars Remy Malek and which was directed by Bryan Singer. Kept saying Bryan Cranston for some reason, so I'm so glad I finally got it right. So with Bohemian Rhapsody, everyone, I was really excited for this movie. I'm a big fan of Queen. I grew up listening to them. My dad introduced me very early on to them, and I'm pretty sure I would have found out about Queen, growing up because they're one of the hugest bands in the world. So with that being said, a biopic on Freddie Mercury, the man himself. I was highly anticipating. Sacha Baron Cohen was supposed to play him early on, and obviously he left due to creative differences with the producers. And then all of a sudden, Bryan Singer left the project. There was a big, drama going on, and obviously he was accused of some things. I believe Dexter Fletcher was brought on to finish the film, but Bryan Singer still got credits for that. So with all that being said, I was excited, and then I was worried about it, and then I finally saw the trailer, and all my worries were put to rest because once I saw Remy Malek as Freddie Mercury himself, there was that one famous photo that was released before the trailer. But seeing the trailer just I was super excited, and hearing all the songs and everything in the theater just gave me chills. And like I said in my Twitter reaction right after seeing the film, this was the best theater experience, maybe from all year that I had. I think better than Infinity War as overall theater experience. I'm not saying it's a better movie, but I'm saying just theater experience. I had chills the whole time with Queen's great discography on the big screen, and that's something I'm going to say right off the bat. I do recommend this movie, and I would recommend to go try to see it in IMAX while you still can. I believe it's still, I think for the first week it's going to be in IMAX, and then it's going to just be in regular theaters. But if you guys can see it in on AMC, Adobe, I was going to Adobe, Adobe Digital, highly recommend to watch it in that as well. This movie's made for the big screen and for that sound system as well. So if you guys, I highly recommend it to have that experience. That I feel like that's what I liked more. I liked the experience of hearing and listening and that Live Aid performance. I liked all that experience. Then I feel more than I did the movie. The movie did fall short in some things. I'm gonna get into them. Starting with it was kind of generic. And no spoilers by the way. Well, I don't think there's spoilers. Everybody knows about Freddie Mercury and everything. So, but anyways, I'm not gonna go into too much. So everybody, like I was saying, it kind of falls short and it's kind of generic in the sense of like I saw this on Twitter. Someone said if you replace the band Queen with any other band, it would have been a horrible movie. And I think I agree with that because I feel like it has a hard time trying to be a Queen biopic and also a Freddie Mercury biopic. Like they had a hard time juggling both of them, and I thought it was just gonna be a Freddie Mercury full on. They do dive into his character, in which I'm going to touch upon a little bit later, but I feel like throughout the film they're kind of just juggling between both of them, and that's another negative that they kind of didn't focus too much on any other characters. I think this was very much a Rami Malek movie as well, and to make his performance shine and stuff like that. I would have liked to see some of the other characters shine, especially the main actress. I'm forgetting her name. I believe it was Lucy Baton, something like that. Let me just double check here real quick. Yes, I should have believed in myself, everybody. I guess I didn't learn anything from Queen. But anyways, so I would have liked to see a little bit more from all the other band members and stuff like that, or just be a full-fledged, Freddie Mercury biopic. So I feel like the film had a hard time struggling in that. And also, I wasn't going to mention this, but the teeth just threw me off a little bit. And right after, too, I saw some of the performances. When I got home, I saw some of the performances on YouTube, and also noticed that his Freddie Mercury's teeth weren't that noticeable. You can't say he had biggish teeth, but so that kind of took me off in the beginning, but I got used to it. So I don't know. I just wanted to mention that. And also, I feel like the movie just was kind of quick. It just went from song to song to song, like, oh, how they made this song, how they made this song, how they made that song. And again, that's going back to kind of, it was kind of just average. They didn't really go too much in depth into like Freddie Mercury. I feel like they should have just gone into like began probably when he was already with the girl and kind of already questioning his sexuality, and towards his last days, just focus on that, and it would have been a better like character piece, a more in-depth character piece, in my opinion. So I'm looking at my notes here. I think that's it. I would say for my negatives. All right, so like I was saying, that was all pretty much all the negatives I had with the movie, the things I didn't like. But starting with the things I did enjoy and did like, obviously Remy Malik. Like I said, this is a Remy Malik movie. I feel like it was a movie to kind of showcase his talents, and he brought his A game. Don't really quite agree with everybody saying give him the Oscar already, because I feel like that's undermining all the performances we've yet to see, kind of giving like a big F you to all those actors. So I mean, I would say nominate him because, like I said, I love his performance. I saw Freddie Mercury. I didn't see Remy Malik. So I would say nominate the guy, but wouldn't do a big F you to all the other actors. But anyways, love this performance. Also Lucy Baton, pretty sure I'm butchering her last name, but she was fantastic in the movie as well. And this movie was also pretty humorous. I like the banter between Freddie and the band and stuff like that. And also Freddie, I feel like his personality lends well to kind of humorous things in the movie. And obviously the songs. I gotta admit, the songs were amazing to hear and see on the big screen and hear in those loudspeakers. That's what I'm saying. Go watch this movie in IMAX, especially for that Live Aid performance at the end. It kind of just immerses you in. You feel like you're a part of that concert. But in my Twitter reaction, I said that I had chills throughout the whole movie because, like I said earlier, the movie went from song to song to song. But I love every song, so it was kind of just like every time I heard a song on the loudspeakers, I just got chills the whole time. So I think, like I said in the beginning of the review, that I enjoyed the experience, and that's why I go to the movies, to have experiences like this, or to experience something to experience something emotionally, kind of get some sort of emotion out of me. And this movie did exactly that. And going back to something I disliked about the movie, that it went from like Freddie to the band and stuff like that. Well, what we got from Freddie, the inside look, and some things I didn't really know about Freddie, it was cool to learn. It was cool to see a little bit into his life, how he was before, and where he comes from and everything like that, and how he eventually wound up in Queen and stuff like that. So it was cool to see some things. Again, it would have been cool to see. It would have been cool if it was more character based, but I do understand that they probably just wanted to give us this experience, and I think they did that job. So with that being said, guys, like I said right off the bat from this review, I would recommend this movie in IMAX and Dolby Digital. I can't say that enough because this movie is going to give you an experience. I want you guys to experience that as I did. So go watch it in one of those. If not, see it in the big screen. At least see it in the big screen. So if you guys want to follow me outside of YouTube, you guys can at The Real Talk with 2Ks on Instagram and Twitter. You guys can also follow me on Stardust, where I did do a reaction to Bohemian Rhapsody, just at The Real Talk. And until next time, I'll see you at the movies. Peace.